What's going on, everybody? This is Cloud Knight from KnightVil Entertainment here, and this is a late night video. I wanted to get this video done a lot earlier, but unfortunately I ran into some things today. You know, stuff happens, but I did promise somebody to get a video up, so I wanted to get this video out there, even though how late. Maybe he'll wake up and be like, yo, the video's up. Anyway, guys, this is episode 22, I believe. And in this episode, we're going to go over the moral system so that way you can set it up and how to create different endings and different scenes and translations into your visual novels. Now, if you wanted to create a multi-ending game that depends on the moral system of moral count, you can use that to your advantage. So this is how we're going to get into it. So the first thing we're going to want to do is go into your collections tab. Inside the common events from the collections tab, you're going to go down to your records and right click creating a new record. Inside this new record, we're just going to call this moral system, which is just easier for me to call it, and we're going to go right into the bottom and bring up a number variable. Inside this number variable, I'm going to give it a set value of 50. Now, meaning the moral starts off at 50, so neutral. Now it depends on what you're going to use for your moral scale, but I prefer just to use the basic moral scales of video gaming variable knowledge, which is 0 to 100, and 50 is the neutral zone for the regular ending, and you can just tweak that as much as you want. So we're going to set up a variable right now under global common event number 7. We're going to call this the moral points or moral systems. I'm just going to call it moral points. So these are the moral points. You start off with a basic 50 moral points. Alright, so this is what you need to know, and this is what you need to call upon and check. So what we're going to do is going to save it, and we're going to go back into the scene. That's the only thing you need to create. Go to chapter 1, right click, create a new scene. I'm going to call this moral test. I'm going to show the moral test. I'm going to click OK. Inside moral test, we're just going to do join scene. Inside join scene, we're going to have a character pop up. I'm going to bring up the character I'm always using, which is Cloud. I'm going to give him a different position because I'm always, doing things like that. Let me just, come on. Let me give him a different position. So he's kind of somewhere else this time. Also wanted to give him a transition effect. No, I don't like that. I'm just gonna go with a movement. He's gonna come up from the bottom. Yeah, that's cool. The RPG effect. I don't know. So he's gonna come up from the bottom, and we're gonna do show message. Hey, dude. Are you aware about the moral system? And then we're just gonna click OK. It's gonna be like, hey, dude, are you aware about the moral system? And then all you're gonna do to set this up is we're just going to let that run. So it's like, hey, dude, are you aware about the moral system? And then we're gonna just do another show message. You could write a response if you want, but for the sake of the tutorial, we're just gonna skip putting in what I wanted to put in, like, giving you options to change and say yes or no. And so we're just gonna skip the part where the user would say yes or no, and then we're just gonna be like, good. Would you like to good, because right now your moral is at, and then we're going to do brackets, global number. You got to remember what variable you used. It was 7 for me. And so what should happen is he's going to tell us the global number. My moral is at 0. No, it's not at 0. The global... Oh, that's right. Make sure you call the common event. So we're going to do call common event. And we're going to call the moral system. So right now the moral system is in the game. It's in the scene. So the moral system's here. Hey, dude, are you aware of the moral system? You would say yes or no. good, because right now your moral is at 50. So now what we're going to do is create we're going to create a well, first we're going to do show message message box. I'm going to turn this on so you guys can see it better. Bring this up here. Visible, yes. So now you can see it a little bit better. So now you know your basic moral starting off at 50, and that's cool, but you're like, well, wait a minute. I want the moral to fluctuate and stuff, you know, like if you say something bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to piss off our main character in the scene, and then we're going to do like a happy, we'll do like 3 things. We'll do happy, pissed off, and that's really all we could do. We'll just do 2 things, happy and pissed off. So what we're going to do, we're going to is add choice, add another choice, and these choices are going to say piss off and thank you. So we got piss off and thank you. Now we're going to do show choices. We got piss off, thank you. I'm just going to position them where I want them to be. I want this one here, and then I want this one under it, put it right here. So now we should have piss off, thank you. So it's like, alright, he's like, dude, just piss off, thank you, whatever. You can do whatever you want to do in this area. So now what we're going to do is create the labels. I'm going to have a label for piss off. I'm going to have a label for piss off. And then we're going to create a label for, what was the other one? For thank you. Alright, so we have, let me just write it better. Piss off and thank you. So now when you're set, you're going to have the labels jump. You're going to have piss off jump to the piss off. And then we're going to have thank you jump to thank you. Alright, so you got piss off and thank you. So now inside the label piss off, we're going to do show message. How rude of you to say that after I just told you about your morals. And he's going to be pissed. Cloud face, expression. I'm going to give him an angry. He's very mad right now. How rude of you to say that after I just told you about your morals. And now this is where it gets cool and tricky, is what you're going to do is you're going to go to number variable. Inside number variable, you're going to go to the number. You're going to go to your variable that you stored it under, which is moral points. You're going to click the moral points, and then you're going to go subtract, and you can subtract how much you want. So for example, I'm going to say that's going to knock off 10 points. I mean, you just told the character after he's helping you that, that, you know, to pretty much piss off after he was just being nice. So now what we're going to do is that if you have lost 10, we're going to message box visibility, because we're going to set it up so it's like an announcement. We're going to make it not visible, and then on top of that we're going to do show message, and then we're just going to say in this message negative 10 moral. Now you don't have to do this. This is just if you want to. Or instead of saying negative 10 moral, you could do negative 10 moral. You could do whatever you want to do. But for example, I'm just showing you what I'm doing, and then you're just gonna take your global number, which is GN.07. So I'm gonna go moral. I'm gonna go brackets GN07. That. So it's like 10 moral, and it's gonna show you dropped 40. Negative 10 moral, and then you can just do, for example, you now negative 10 moral, now total moral, and then so it's like negative 10 moral, total moral, and then you can put parentheses around it, or you can say total moral remaining and then you can put it like that. So we're gonna do that. Put some quotations around it. So it's gonna be like 10 moral, negative 10 moral, total moral remaining 40. Or you could have it set up however you want to have it set up. You don't have to have it set up just like this. You could, you know, this is just for tutorial purposes, but you can even have it set up like that. So it's like negative 10 moral, some moral remaining, and then we're just gonna go back to show message box visibility. Drag that up here. Drag it down there, and then we're going to make it visible again. And then after that's all set, it's just going to jump to label. And we're going to call this label finished, and then we're going to create a label at the bottom, and we're going to call it no, we need thank you. We're going to create this label finished. Alright, so shout out to Brother Brown for playing GTA 5, not saying this last part of the name. He always seems to crash the streams when we're doing these videos. It's hilarious. So shout out to him. So now we have the label finished. So now in this thank you, we're going to do pretty much the same thing. So if you really want to, you can just pretty much copy all this. You can even copy this one. And we're going to copy it, paste it under the thank you. Paste that there, and we're going to take the label finish to here. We want the finish at the bottom. What? We want jump to label. Yeah, that's right. Because we want finish to be there. So, and now, so here, you're going to do, this is going to be the happy one. This is going to be like plus 10 moral, your total moral remaining. And then you're going to change the moral inside here. You're going to go add, and it'll add 10 moral to your point system, and you can be like, oh, thank you, you're so kind. Alright, we're gonna do you're such a kind soul. Oh, thank you, such a kind soul. And we're going to give him that happy, you know, oh, thank you, such a kind soul, happiness. Make sure we save it. And pretty much what should happen is we have our moral system set up, and then you can have it, you know, set up the way you need to have it set up and have it loop and all that cool good stuff and all that deliciousness. But for the most part, that is how you do it. So we're going to do a quick test to make sure everything works. So we're going to run it real quick. Let's hit the save button. Alright, so now we're into the save button here. Sup, dude? How do you like your new inventory? What the? Oh, whoops. That's the inventory scene. Make sure you go into the intro scene and make the moral test your intro. Whoops. That was a mistake on me. Let's try it again. Alright, it's going to load up. Alright, here we go. Hey, dude, are you worried about the moral system? This is where you would respond. And it's like, good, because right now your moral is at 50. Piss off. How rude of you to say that after I just told you about your morals. And then negative 10 moral, total moral remaining is 40, and then it pretty much stops. So what we're going to do is just exit out, and then we're going to test the other way, and then we're going to see how that works. And, you know, for the most part, everything is okay. So it's going to load it back up. Hey, dude, are you worried about the moral system? Good, because right now your moral is at 50. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Such a kind soul. 10 plus moral, or moral remaining 60. And then you can use this to change scenes and create alternate endings, secret endings, all kind of good stuff. This is just the basic moral system. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry that it was late, man. Things happen, you know, just issues that come up on us and stuff, just unexpected things. But I still managed to get the video done. I'm sorry that it's late, guys. God bless. Have a great day. Hit that subscribe button. Oh, quick, also, I want to do a quick shout out. We have a Discord. The Discord link will be in the description. Join us. We are a fun bunch. And we're also thinking about doing an event. I can give you guys a sneak peek right here. We were talking about We're talking about all kind of stuff, but I was talking about an event that I wanted to do between the community and the Discord members, where you maybe could do a visual novel contest and maybe get some prizes and stuff. On top of that, this is a suggestion place. This is where I'm actually going to be taking suggested tutorials, and we'll be trying to prioritize those from our Discord members. And right now, to get in is free for right now. If we blossom and blow up, guys, yes, there might be an entry fee. So if you get in now, you can guarantee yourself a member with KnightVil Entertainment, all the tutorials, all the good stuff. And like I said, people post their suggestions like this. Oh, shout out to Assassin. Sorry I didn't shout in the beginning of the video, but this is the whole reason why I'm doing this tutorial, is because Assassin wanted to make to have a tutorial on this, and I said, well, what better way to do it than be a moral system? So anyway, guys, I'm blabbing enough. The link to join the Discord will be in the description. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's probably somewhere here or somewhere over there next to the video. God bless. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Or anything KnightVil Entertainment videos. Not just tutorials I do, guys. I also do my own stuff too. So stay tuned. Peace.